It is on like a long. And it's on. Everybody's mic turned on.
Crambone.
Turned on.
Problem. Oh.
It's
on, nigga. Crambone. And I say.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Goddamn right. Some on my shit. All right. What's up, y'all? Mixed Nuts, MixxCompany Podcast. All up in your Once again, taking over the world one podcast at a time. That's how we do. And yo, shout out to all those that came out to the MixxCompany Comedy All-Star Jam. That shit was rocking. Appreciate the support, love. That's what's up. Stay tuned for the next shit, because we gonna keep on going like we do. Talk that shit.
Yes, sir. You already know it's your man Big Kase, and the man to the far left, the man that needs no introduction. The Black Archie Bunker, Mr. Horse and Carriage, and arguably the angriest man in the room at all time. Can I get a witness? The one, the only Dame Hustle, and we are the Mixing Nuts. Let's get busy for you one time.
You sound like a radio. Yeah. What's up, D? What that is?
Hit you with the Three Stooges on your
Yeah. What's going on, man? Yo, tell me you watched this draft, man. You watched that shit, man.
NBA, yeah?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's getting out of control, man.
The little
Back then, it was an honor to get drafted. You didn't give a fuck where you landed.
Still an honor. It's just one sucker ass nigga.
Man, in case y'all know, somebody got drafted. Fuck the name. We don't even mention his punk ass. Dude got drafted, but he was salty and was mad because he went to a certain place and shit, which is asinine to me. I mean, shit, you know how many people would die to be in that position?
You playing game for a living, right?
That's what I'm saying.
Like
you playing basketball.
How they say you play a kid's game for a living.
You know what he did, though?
Paid
That
well.
kid definitely put a fucking target on his back.
Oh, yeah, why would you want to do that, right?
Don't
His
do that.
ass is grass.
Don't do that.
You know what I always say? I don't blame the player as much as I blame his surrounding people.
Yeah, well,
You think
That I
he
do.
nobody keeping him humble like that?
nah, he didn't get humbled until the internet lit him up. And then people stepped in like, yo, you gotta go, man. Smile when you get off the plane and shit. And 48 hours later, he's smiling and shit. Like, oh, Danny ain't.
What's the shit that drive you crazy about? Two things that drive you crazy about the draft, or just that the
new wave of players.
Yeah, two things that drive you crazy, and two things you give them love. We ain't gonna be bashing, we ain't gonna hate all across, but
I will, fuck
Maybe.
you niggas.
Let's see.
Two things that I hate.
it drives you crazy. Not necessarily
About the
too, but
draft?
just some shit that just fucks with you.
The draft
The draft in general?
the new
Yo,
wave
no,
of young players.
Nah, so with the draft in general, it used to be you kind of knew who the fuck the top 50 niggas is, right?
Yeah,
So I hate seeing somebody, they call them for the draft and they ain't there. They ain't via satellite. They ain't know either.
Right.
That's crazy.
Oh, what?
That's crazy. That's crazy to me right there. And they made the shit 2 nights now, like football and shit.
Yeah.
Like, that's corny.
Yeah, that's stupid.
That's really corny. And
Because basketball fans, we're not used to that. We're not even gonna watch.
Yeah,
It's not gonna.
yeah,
you're
it's
wasting your money. The sponsors and all
coming
that
back
shit.
on
if you
part
run in
2
the
night.
draft, you should straight up be like, look, everybody who got a pick, put your fucking pick in right now. Everybody got 60 seconds. Then say who it is. You know what I'm saying? P got him, Keith got him. Keith got draft gonna be 30 minutes.
2
son.
commercials and we
Yeah,
out
man,
of
like,
here.
oh,
right?
it's been a trade. Like, man, fuck all that. Like,
Right.
this is what I got. This is what I
Yeah,
got.
I'll see the trade on the internet. Just
What's cool about it if you had to pick something?
It's still cool. You know, getting called up.
I mean, it's
shaking the hand, the commissioner and shit.
You
know what I'm
commission
saying?
that you had. I mean, that's never gonna
They
get
put the
old.
little highlight up for you and shit.
Yeah,
It's
that
still cool and
part's
shit.
never gonna get
Yeah.
old.
But I
I
mean,
don't
plus
like
you know,
teachers.
I think it's like, nigga, it's like getting winning lotto ticket and shit. Nigga.
Yeah,
you
let's
know
go to the
your
truest sense.
whole family's life is about to change.
I don't like all the blinging up now. Everybody's,
They
I
always
mean,
do that.
suit and
They should put a
tie.
dress code, a different dress
I think they should,
I ain't gonna
they should
lie.
dump it down
I'm
a
with you,
little bit.
P. I don't like the dress code that what it's changed to. What? I'm a firm believer, you know. I like to dress casual as motherfucker
Yeah,
too.
no doubt.
You can't pick one day where you can just
Be simple.
wear a
bro.
nice
I mean,
suit.
that shit
Get a nice
starts at the low level though.
I mean, the dude got the super
It
fucking
starts at the low
Well,
level.
we know they get money now, so you know the jewels gonna come out. They get paid now.
Yeah, unless you put in the dress code, it's gonna be
But I think
crazy.
it's sending the wrong message though.
To who?
To the world, man. And you gonna get your dough.
No, I mean-
you getting drafted, but that coming in with the extra bling and
That ain't
that
gonna-
shit.
Well, we failed in that years ago.
That ain't-
I'm saying I don't like it, but it's been bad for years.
That shit is already goofy, man. Cause you rich as fuck. Like, where you rocking that ice at?
That's what the-
You in corporate meetings and you
But
on
I
the
say
court.
all that
like,
to
you
say-
ain't got time for that shit.
I say all that to say that
Football players do it too, though.
They do. And
Or
I
big
hit
ass
across the board.
8 foot iced out number 5.
And then you see
shit.
my Euros, they real down to earth and shit. No, they about to get the bag and shit. You know, they send
That's just who they are. They nerds, man. They caught them in hoop, but in swag, they still nerds.
Well, they're still European. They're just
I'm waiting to see the first.
They didn't gravitate to that
You
part of
ain't
the
gonna
United
see
States.
that.
They gravitated to our game, but not our
The lifestyle.
idiosyncrasies, if you will.
The flashy Euros is gonna be like,
That'd
you
be
wild and crazy guys.
The
Like,
drink a
And
lot.
I like to say, what's up?
Flashy Euro drink a lot.
they gonna be like your man.
that's
What's your man? Oh man, not very nice. What's your man?
Euro?
What's your man name? I can't think of his name right
he
now.
was
My
dropping
man,
the ball.
Booyakasha.
Oh, your man, Ali G.
Word, they gonna be like that and shit.
One of them do-rags.
Word.
That should be right.
I can't wait to see the first dude from you
that'd be
from
dope.
overseas come out on an extra 90s
That'd be
hip-hop
dope.
job.
Well, they gonna save it because
Oh, that'd be dope.
all they forefathers is quiet, so
So
they
you
gonna
would
be
say
like them.
you don't like the extra flashy for no reason? What
No.
shit that you fuck with though?
I don't like that. When you're a pre-man star, even if you're young, you normally have a publicist. They let you know. This is who you're the
At the
face.
draft?
No. Once you get in the league, I'm talking about. I'm talking about everything about the youth, not just the draft.
To the youth.
To the youths.
The youths.
To
The
youths.
youth.
How many
Did you
youths?
say the two youths?
Do you say 2 youths?
There's some basic niggas that got media training. Is what you
No
saying.
media training.
At all.
I mean,
Okay,
you
yeah.
know. I mean, because we know certain players is it. We know this. This is, as they say, he's him.
Yeah, this is. But everybody's scared to say. Everybody's like, yo, you can't say that. They scared to get fired.
Yeah, so you just let him go up there and say something crazy.
Yup.
They
Yeah.
look like
John Morant want to be old dog.
Look at his pops,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah,
Look at his pops,
I'm
yo.
gonna fall off him. But hey, Holly Berry's pops is wild.
I like Holly Berry.
Yeah, but look where they put it at. This shit got
Yeah,
a
he had to go to
he
the
got
fucking-
banned too.
But I'm
Gotta go
saying,
to the penalty box.
Son ain't all wild outside
The
though.
son is on.
Word.
He
He be leaning more to his white side.
I ain't gonna say that.
Word.
I
I
say,
ain't gonna say that, but you know.
Word. But they put him in the penalty box for a little bit. You can't.
Man, Giannis was gonna knock his head out,
Word.
dog. Like, you crazy?
yo,
Him, Ant-Man, all coming in with that keeping it real shit.
I don't think he keeping it real, son. He
I
just,
just- they
he
look
just
real-
a hill,
they
he
look-
just a,
they look-
the modern day hillbilly, son.
They look kind of crazy. They be setting me back sometimes. I'll be like,
He come from outhouses and horseshoes, man. Like,
Word.
they know that.
But I
They
think
know
that's
that,
what they're
son.
saying like before, because they got the
Yeah, you
cameraman
gotta,
got to
yo.
go on and they got to record 5 minutes ahead of time
yo,
just for
the
the
wildest junk is you get caught with the gun joint. They ban you for a year and you do it again.
You do it again.
Shame
on some
thing.
old. They don't tell me what.
Shame thing.
And
Man.
you ain't even about that life.
He might be.
I don't know, man.
He might be,
He all
man.
showboat,
Yo.
man. He ain't going. He ain't on the streets.
He might be,
Yeah,
man.
do it again.
He definitely because he just
Yeah,
thinking
because
about
he already lost the love. Like,
Yeah, he's already the
It's
bad
a
guy. They start embracing that junk like Draymond
Yeah.
Green.
nah, it's
He's
like they
a-
rap
he's
for
a
him.
black
Like,
sheep
they
now.
don't. They was making him the face of the
Yeah,
league.
you're not the face anymore. You're
Yeah,
just a
he's
good
like,
player.
all right, you ain't ready
That's
for that
done.
no more. Yeah.
You ain't seen the commercial since.
Yeah,
Yeah, your pops don't get love. It's done for you.
And Edwards gonna be next on them endorsements going too.
Oh,
Because
he already gone. This is gonna be
he
all
got a
about
couple
Shaq.
commercials. Every
He
time
was
he grabbed the
spraying,
bike,
still talking
hey,
to
every
him.
time he go up the bike, our forefathers start holding it
Yeah,
on.
well,
Holding it on.
That's because in commercials you gotta read the script.
Yeah,
He might go off.
He can't be. I'm
I'd
sure.
love to see the
hey,
takes, though.
Hey, I'd love to see the takes because you know he's deviating from that script.
Oh,
several
nigga,
times.
damn. Drink Sprite, my nigga. Oh,
Oh,
damn.
damn.
My
That
fault.
shit is-
Cut.
I'll bet your thirst, bitch. Oh,
That shit is a
damn.
bad look.
Yeah, I agree.
Even when AI was out there, at least he spoke well. He
Yeah, he
wasn't-
spoke well.
All right, okay, I'm gonna ask y'all the question, man. And this might get a little. We might have to start throwing some elbows on this shit. You'll let me your takes on this shit. All right, here's the situation. I don't even know how to word this, so I'm gonna just go. Okay, you on the shittiest team, Dan. You the man on the team, right? You the man on the shittiest team, averaging 35. Everybody love your team suck. You ain't going nowhere. You ain't getting no hopes against
I've been in that situation.
Word. Okay. Right? You ain't shit. Number one team calls you up. Right? They like, yo, come on up here, damn shit. We want that. You like, bet. That's what's up. Bringing my skills. Number one team brings you up. They don't play you all season. You don't get in the game. You just riding the pine. Knowing your skills is nice. You'd average 35 from the shitty team. But you brought me here just to shelf me and shit. What the fuck, right? Number one team wins the chip.
Yep.
They wins that shit all the way. You ain't got no part of that. No play, no burn, no minute, nothing. No commercials, no dap, none of that shit. They don't even know who the fuck you is. But they get the fucking ring.
Yeah, give him a ring.
You
Give me a
rocking
ring.
that shit? You okay with that?
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Absolutely. I'm on the squad.
Okay. Why are you okay with that?
Cause
No,
you
I'll let
crazy.
them go. I'm sorry.
I'm on the
Like,
fucking team.
before you, because that's why I'm saying we're gonna get a little bumpy in here. Because I personally don't rock that ring. I don't even talk about it. Somebody like, oh, even my kids came out. You on a championship team back in 2020?
You gonna rock it?
I ain't rocking that.
And you ain't gonna not let them introduce you as world champion PA attorney. You ain't gonna never.
I can't.
That's how they gonna introduce you, and you ain't gonna tell them not to introduce you that way.
You okay with it though?
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
Why are you okay with it?
I practice, motherfucker. I got paid. I'm on the team. This is the job.
But your competitive nature, though.
My competitive nature say, pay me. That's what my competitive nature said.
But you wouldn't be.
I've been on teams where I ain't get that much
fuck
burn.
With you a little bit.
It fuck with you while you there, but I've been on teams where I ain't get that much burn.
That'll fuck with me, man.
And they was doing it. It fucked with me until every month when that check hit. I was like, oh, all right, cool.
So you led by the check, but overall,
it didn't matter. It don't. You're not gonna hold that shit on. You gonna let it go way before the season's over. You gonna let that shit. The writing's on the wall in the first 2 months. You be like, fuck, man, I ain't even tying my shoes. Like, I'm warming up, whatever. You thinking about the chicks you gonna get after the game, where you playing that next season. You still working out and get my check. As long as you get my check, it ain't no problems.
And then
or you gonna be like, release me.
So years later, your daughter sees this championship picture or a ring or whatever, and she asks you about it. Oh, you on a championship team? Do you downplay that? Yeah,
I was on a championship team.
How you talk that?
I'm on a championship team. The end. There's no difference in you being on the team and getting 5 minutes a game. There's no difference.
Yeah, but you contributed in some way.
Why? You playing block minutes, you getting 5 minutes, you ain't contributed nothing. What'd you contribute?
I would like to get in the game, though.
Why? There's no difference. There's no difference in you playing 5 minutes a game and no minutes a game. Only difference is you got to take a shower and I didn't.
And I'm not trying to cut your knowledge or give you a hard time, but you don't think like in the Olympics, my man, they didn't get no burn, then they ain't fuck with him a little bit?
I mean, how would in the Olympics? Definitely not. And that's completely different. You playing with the best motherfuckers in the world.
I know, but you want to show them. You want to get
that situation. You should just be happy you're on the fucking team.
Well, you still gotta make that team.
You should just be happy you're on the team.
You got on the team and shit. It's an honor to be on there, but you want to contribute in some way.
You did. You played a couple games. You played a couple games.
But if you ain't played no games though.
Nobody played no games in the Olympics.
I'm saying, but you ain't get in the game.
I'm on the fucking squad with the best niggas in the world.
Okay.
Well, this is my take. In my hoop career.
You really hold before you do that. In the Olympics, if you 9, 10, 11, you really only there in case 1, 2, 3 get hurt.
Alternate, somebody get fucked up.
That's it.
But you know that though.
Yeah.
That was presented to you.
Nah. Well, first of all, the 15th to 16th motherfucker, it's always presented.
Whether it's presented or not, you know the writing on the wall. You know everybody on the team's better than you.
True.
No matter what your ego say, you know all these motherfuckers is better than you. And you on the squad. So if you don't get burned, it is what it is.
I might think they might do something better than me, but I don't think they overall better than me.
Come on, man.
They might have some, maybe.
You think Halliburton don't think Steph Curry better than him?
Yeah.
You think he don't think Brown is better than him?
He might think he can shoot better than him.
Nah, he think he better. It's no comparison.
That's who he's looked up to him going.
There's no comparison.
That's who he look. I mean, remember, Steph Curry's 37 years old.
He's not like, yo, I should be on the floor right now with Bron and him. He's not thinking that shit, though. He's sucking that shit in like a fan. Like
he's happy that he knows later on it'll be his time. But those are the generals of the league. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
I take it like this, and I've been the 15th player on the team.
Mm-hmm.
I worked my way in the rotation. I worked my way from nothing to starting from the beginning to I've been every fucking position you can be on that bench. And you're still part of the squad. The camaraderie you build when you practicing, you training, you doing everything with the team, you know what I'm saying? You part of that team. Yeah, if you ain't getting in the game,
that might fuck with me though.
And it's a lot of reasons why people don't get in the game. Sometimes it's just the coach.
This is why they ain't gonna fuck with you. If you don't quit the team, it ain't gonna fuck with you.
Yeah, if you don't quit, you still part of that shit.
I might.
You still rock with them, and more importantly, the camaraderie you got with your team off the court.
If it fuck with you, you ain't gonna make it to the championship game. So
because
you ain't worry about it.
Yeah, I gotta say because you building a brotherhood with these motherfuckers. So when the champion that ring comes, you be like, I'm part of this.
You happy for them motherfuckers?
You happy for you? No, you happy? This is your squad.
You happy it's your squad, but you also happy your man is busting ass.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. As far as the opportunity and the
well, then after that, if you don't want to be there anymore, and very seldom do people get a ring for a team and say, I want to leave this team.
I'm telling you, if it's gonna fuck with you that much, you ain't gonna make it.
Yeah, you'll never make it that far.
It's gonna eat that.
But you'll quit way before.
No, you'll quit way before you get that far.
I'm not down that. I might just be like, you know what, dog, this shit, I was actually.
But then you're gonna be mad
when I was losing.
But then you're gonna be mad when they win the championship and you quit that team.
But have you ever been on a team that was successful and you was on the bench?
Sorta.
Yes, until you actually experience, you can't really speak to that though.
I'm throwing it out there as far as my competitive nature part of it.
No, you think what I'm saying is you think that until you're actually in that shit. You're always gonna be a competitor. You're always gonna you're gonna go to practice. You're gonna be trying to bust all the starters' ass all the time, and that's gonna be part of your junk. You gonna let your frustration out every practice.
So on that note, you saying on that team, I wasn't getting a lot of burn. I was just killing them in practice.
Yeah,
that was my game.
That's my get back, right?
and that's where I'm saying it'll start to eat at me like I'm killing these dudes.
But then again, once again, when you're playing on the lower level and all of a sudden you hit the pinnacle where you're getting paid to play.
That's why I don't eat at you, because you could go the wrong way. You ask to be traded, you might not get picked up again.
You might not get the same bread.
You might not get picked up at all. Yeah. They might be unprofessional. Like, nah,
he was on a good team. He was on the
it's different when the money coming to play.
That ain't how it go. They like, yo, he quit this shit. He wasn't professional.
Well, I'm saying if you ride it out, and they didn't know it's eating at you and shit, right?
And everybody on a lower level, your goal is to make it to where you can get paid to play basketball. That's the biggest thing, right?
No question.
So you still getting your check.
Yeah, that check come, all that shit is forgiven.
And if we talking about an NBA check, that ain't no punk ass track.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying from and again, it's not even the dough. I'm not even chasing the cash.
Well, of course it's always about the cash.
But listen, this is what I'm saying. The cash is there. I got my money. I'm cool with that. I'm making low minimums.
You ain't been in that position yet. That's what you're saying.
I'm saying my competitive nature part of that won't let me.
I'm telling you, I'm the super competitive too. But every time that motherfucking check hit on the first, I was okay.
It ain't like your team is treating you like the 15th player.
No,
you part of the brotherhood. You know what I'm saying?
You just start making plans. You just start making plans for the following year.
I agree that we agree.
No, of course.
This is a debate. That fucks with me.
We just saying why.
It's gonna fuck with you. You gonna do what? You gonna flip out? Get
no, I'm gonna stay professional and shit. I ain't gonna, you motherfuckers, I ain't gonna lose it and shit because I'm a cool dude.
But you gonna take the ring and throw it in?
I'm just saying, as it comes, so that
ring wouldn't be important to you?
I think we kind of went sideways. I'm saying, as far as being on the team, got it. I went through it. I stayed on the team. I did all my shit. I helped them out. I was the punching bag. Whoop whoop. Later on, as my kids come at me, I don't talk about that.
Nigga, if it's the only ring you ever won, you gonna talk
about it.
Some
motherfuckers never see most motherfuckers never see a ring in the NBA.
Yes, I really think I wouldn't talk about it if I wasn't.
First of all, every championship team, they're placed in. It's a banner,
especially if it's the only one you ever won.
And teams don't got a lot of banners. There's only a few organizations that got multiple banners.
Yeah, you got the ring.
So if you're on a team that won a banner or added a banner to a prestigious team, you're part of that team.
It's gonna be tough.
I'm part of the championship. Lakers, Celtics, San Antonio. I was on that squad.
You say I was on that squad?
I made that squad.
But if somebody
first of all, you have to make that squad. You know what I'm saying?
I don't talk about it.
You worry about the perception of everybody else.
Why worry about the perception?
For me.
I'm a part of the 2025 championship.
It could be the only one you ever win ever, so you just don't avoid that shit because you ain't get no burn?
Think about the prestige of it all. Sometimes it might be like an OKC, their first championship ever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Even if it wasn't, it could be the
I'm just saying,
Celtics.
It's not anything. Boston, now part of the legacy of the great fucking Celtics and shit. I'm one of their championship teams.
I pretty much won't talk about it.
That's crazy.
You're going to talk about it.
I'll be like...
You're going to talk about it because...
I'm going to put it in I was on that team.
You'll never not say you wasn't on a part of a championship team because that's a rarity in the NBA.
Ain't nobody else going to... They ain't going to want anything else.
I'm going to tell you what. Because when Juice was on that championship team, I ain't ever seen Juice play before in my life, but I was like, damn, Juice, you played on that team? His stories alone was worth the price of gold.
You gonna talk about it because that's all motherfuckers are gonna want to hear about. Is that championship year?
Shout out to Juice.
Juice in the half, top cold with it.
They ain't want to hear shit else.
Like I said, I don't know.
You gonna talk about it, man?
Oh man.
Nah, you gonna feel a sense of pride that you don't really know. Unless
I think that's gonna be why I ain't gonna talk about it because I have a sense of
the sense of pride of being on a championship squad will overwhelm that. You see all that fanfare and the things that happen when you win a championship. Yeah. You see all those people that rolled the bench and never got in the game. You see them. Do anybody look sad? Because there's no way you could be sad. Had a million of fans screaming for you, man. They love you. They know you're on the squad.
You can't make it that far being sad.
Nah, that won't do it for me.
You won't make it that far.
You would quit the team way before that.
You ain't gonna make it that far.
And you never quit because you don't want to mess up your money. So I mean,
you ain't gotta worry about it.
That would be hard. I really, like I said, I'll go through the gauntlet.
You won't go. You won't make it.
I think that you would. I think that you would not want to be on that team next year
But I don't think you wouldn't feel the pride of being on that team and being on the championship team.
I probably would have more pride being off the team, trying to compete against them, knowing I was doing well.
No way. Because NBA championships don't come around like that.
No way.
I'm not saying I'm gonna be able to match a championship.
So you drop 50 on your old team.
That's the
gonna
holy
make you feel
grail.
better?
And being on the team that reached the holy grail, whether you played or not, you'll feel too great. That accomplishment will be too overwhelming.
I think I have more pride if I played against the team,
man,
and I got mine against them, knowing
I did that too. That ain't do shit for me. Not a damn thing. I got released from a team. I had the pleasure of playing them years later. Gave them that work. Dropped 42 on these motherfuckers, and it didn't mean a goddamn thing. It wasn't like, oh shit, we should have kept you. It ain't good game.
But you went into it like, oh, I'm about to bust their ass.
But
but that wasn't even no championship involved. That's just from being.
I'm saying, but your competitive nature wanted you to kill him. You wanted to kill him.
But then you're like, what does it mean though?
It didn't mean anything.
I feel you on that, Dame. I killed him, but what does it mean?
Because he's chasing.
They still champions. I'm still on the squad.
Nah, he was out the check.
Nah, he said his pride made him give him that work.
It didn't mean nothing.
And at the end, it didn't mean nothing.
It meant something, though.
It didn't mean a fucking thing. Nobody gave a fuck.
Nobody.
They was like,
how did it make you feel, though?
And then nothing. They was like, oh yeah, we knew he was gonna kill us. Like that was it.
Yeah,
it didn't mean nothing.
Yeah,
we knew you were gonna be angry and come and get your best game.
Yeah,
I would feel better about myself.
I ain't feel shit.
Better.
And I was on the road. I was at the old stadium. Nothing.
I'm with you, Dave.
Nothing.
And of course, I'm gonna give him that work because the festivity of it all would make me fucking go hard.
Yeah, nothing happened.
But at the end, they still got the brass. I'm not on the team no more.
Yeah, that's why I guess we disagree on that, because I'm like, shit.
Nah, you just ain't been in that situation yet.
I've been on some situations where I didn't play all as much as I wanted to.
No, you ain't.
I mean, I know I can't speak on the overall of it, but I think my burning inner competitiveness would not let me brag on something that.
Well, nobody brags.
I'm not going to talk about it. I won't be quick to have a conversation about this ring I had nothing to do with.
But when you being
it's going to be put in the closet somewhere. I'm going to stack it in there and I won't talk about it.
When you being professional and you're getting paid for this shit, all that shit changes.
I promise you, when they give you that $20,000 ring, you ain't putting that shit in the closet.
All that shit changes, dog.
That's the journey of it.
I'm telling you why, though. Because look, you haven't been fortunate enough to get a check for throwing that shit up. All that shit goes out the window, dog. All that goes out the window.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to fuck up your next opportunity.
It's the reason why you see great basketball players on the bench.
I don't know.
Because I tell people all the time, I said, that 15th and 16th dude you see on that end of that bench getting a check will come to any one of these gyms and drop 50.
Here's a perfect example. You saying your competitiveness, right?
Yeah.
Everybody got that shit to a certain extent, right? But in the case of playing professional, some motherfuckers' goal is just to be professional. This is why we only got about 15 motherfuckers that are crazy nice.
Yeah, it depends on what you set your bar at.
Nah, everybody, there's no bar. Everybody just want to make it.
You saying somebody's just happy to be a professional.
No, everybody just want to make it.
Right.
Nobody go there like, oh, I want to be the best nigga in the world.
Right, so you set your bar at just getting to the league.
But it's not many motherfuckers who set the bar high, dog. It's like 15 people in the world that do that shit.
And again,
I agree.
Y'all saying that like I ain't gonna appreciate the check and all this.
Nah.
I'm saying once I ain't got the ring, got the recognition, I am done with that team. I am retired.
They're never gonna let you forget it. You're a champion. They're never gonna let you forget that.
I'm not gonna bring that out of the closet though.
You don't
be like,
no way.
I don't talk about
I don't
that.
believe you.
Dad, you were on the championship team back 20 years ago. I'm like,
I don't believe you.
That's my word. That is. I won't be quick to fuck with that shit. Like I'll be like, yeah, I was on that team.
Nah, you ain't experienced it yet. That's why. If you experienced it, your train of thought would be completely different.
I don't know.
It would be completely different.
I don't know. Fuck that shit. That's that way. Well, fuck it. Let's go play some ball right now. Goddamn, my legs hurt.
I don't know.
Y'all killing me with that, man. Y'all need it. Y'all just no more.
I like feeling good. That's it.
I'll give you that. The
like
pain-free shit. But fuck.
I throw a dumbbell up. I ain't got nothing to worry about.
I hurt yourself doing that.
Now, if you don't know how to lift a dumbbell, if you go past your range,
I did that.
if you go past what you can lift, yeah.
I just have no interest in that shit whatsoever.
What?
I mean, it was everything in our life for like 30 years.
And okay, so
it was everything. We've had this conversation.
So
it was matching sex for a minute.
let's start bashing a little bit.
Yeah.
The young basketball players against our shit.
No way.
Personally, I think we would smoke all you young fucks because y'all too much with the razzle dazzle, extra dribbles,
Even out of that.
not to the point. not seeing the weakest link on the opposing team going for the.
That's his
fucking
IQ.
throw.
They don't want it as much as.
And I'm hating. Yeah, I sound like
I'm gonna agree with Dame.
They just don't want it as much as we want.
They don't care about the W. They care about looking good.
right. You want to embarrass
Win,
the
lose, or
dude.
draw, as long as they look good while they were doing it, that's what they care about.
We came from the shit where if you had an easy assignment, you getting all 15 points.
That's IQ though.
That's our key.
They
I'm
don't
saying
have
that.
that.
Wins. That's W's and L's.
They don't
What do
have
we need to
IQ.
do to win?
Right.
What do we need to do to win?
got the-
I'm gonna put it in as
Have the
small
most
steps.
least resistance, right?
All of us could score.
No question.
If I see that we need rebounds while y'all score, I gotta get the rebounds so we can win. You know what I'm saying?
That's all IQ,
The
man.
main
That's it.
paragraph is win the game. Fuck how you win it. Fuck all the flags.
And another
Win
thing,
it.
their mental game is weak. You can get in their head way easier.
It seems like it.
Way easier.
Seems like
it's
it.
even easier because back in the days, you get somebody head too deep, they gonna just fight your ass. These motherfuckers ain't even gonna fight you. You know what I'm saying?
It's amazing to me though. 'Cause I wish my soldiers here were still playing with me. I still, for some reason, my old ass still be in the 24-hour getting into these dudes, and all my spirits and all these niggas' spirits go through me. I be playing these young dudes, watching you young fucks. Y'all be in there with all the extra, man. You don't need to do all that. You wonder why the old head right here just getting his numbers, and I'm barely moving this shit. And I see my son, he trying to pass the torch to him. All cut all that extra jive ass out. Go to the hole.
It's
do a
hard,
quick
to tell,
move.
it's hard to tell a young motherfucker
Oh, man,
to
it's a new world,
conserve
man.
their energy and
You
their
watch the
moves. They ain't
game
trying
now.
to say that. Use your strength instead of your energy.
Yeah, go here first. You know what I'm saying? Find out what's going on.
That ain't how the game is. It was funny because I remember every generation before, the generation before you, they were really aggressive.
Okay,
they played all aggression
I got a
games.
cool one before we get out of here. If you had to play against your shit, Dame,
Play against who?
play against you, what would you do to score on you, and how would you lock yourself up?
It can't be done. What the fuck?
Well,
What you, as far as you concerned, what do you, if you had to
Well,
play
if
against you,
we
what is your
knew
weakness?
nothing about ourselves that we were
No,
running.
we got the full. What do you think you would do as far as you going against you? What do you see as your weakness that I can score on him, and defensive wise,
don't.
what can do?
I don't.
Wow.
Nope. If I had to guard me, I would just make me drive
Okay.
and give up the 2 instead of the 3. That's the only thing I would do.
See, what you do if you had to play against you?
It ain't like you can make it. I'm lefty. It's not like you can just play me all make them go to the right. That's not gonna work because I was quicker than most motherfuckers off the first step.
So your defense.
Give me a cushion and hope that I don't hit the 3.
Okay, so you say
Yeah,
you
back up some, and hope that I'm not hitting the 3 that day.
Okay.
Which I'm more than likely gonna hit the 3 if that's all you giving me. You know what I'm saying?
Let me see. Yo, fuck don't know about that. Oh man,
I'm not gonna bang around.
Yeah, I would.
I'm not gonna get in verbal with me because that's gonna take a lot to get me all off my shit. You know what I'm saying?
So your defensive wise, I'll try to get in his head. You try to play some head games on the defensive end.
I wouldn't try to get in it with me and
Okay.
on no verbal shit.
Word.
I was built for that shit.
Okay.
Yeah, I would try to step back and hope that I wasn't hitting from outside.
Yeah, I could dig it. I'll probably jock up on myself a little bit, and then hopefully irritate you to the point where I can just make you uncomfortable with the dribbling and shit. So I'll probably play up on myself a little bit. But then going at you, I'm like, dude, we talking shit. When I was 32, when
We talking
32
prime. We talking
Oh,
prime.
yeah. I'm stroking on my fucking. You gonna have to,
I'm
you
not-
better have stamina, cause I'm running all over this motherfucker. You ain't gonna be able to stay
Yeah.
with me and shit.
I got you in stamina. You can't out aggression me or try to bully me.
Word.
I could bully back. Yeah, just trying to make it non-confrontational mentally or physically and hope that I ain't hitting the outside J.
Young Bucks, think about that question right there. How
But
would
then
you
again,
play
if I'm
yourself?
not hitting the outside J, I'm gonna give it to y'all motherfuckers anyway, so it's okay.
You blocking yourself, D, if you go to the hole?
Probably not. Probably get banged on.
Oh, I love this shit. Yeah, take us out of this shit, dude. Fuck, that's how we roll.
You ain't blocking that high lefty shit. That shit crazy.
They had that stroke. That 3 was in your ass.
I'm banging on myself.
You gonna put it on yourself? You gonna
I'm banging
fucking
on
chuck it
myself.
up chest to chest and shit?
I'm catching the follow up on me.
Ooh, I will cross my shit over and then give him the sweet fucking ring. That's how you do. Y'all don't know about that.
Thank you for the sports edition of MixxCompany for your bootay. Yo, we appreciate you rocking with us, man. We know you can be doing anything with your 30 minutes. We appreciate you rocking with us. Please continue to follow us on all social media platforms.
Goddamn right.
Definitely keep rocking with us on Facebook. We love y'all. Instagram, MixxUTT Company.
That's how we do.
Keep rocking with us, man. Please follow the sister podcast. Mixed Feelings, Mixed Drinks, Mixed Nuts is the movement.
That's what's up.
MixxCompany Comedy All-Star Jam coming in August. Stay tuned.
Wow.
We loving it. We loving the support, the love. This is Kase. That's P. Black Archie Bunker.
We out.
Mixed Nuts.